A family in California is calling on tech companies to do more to protect the consumer after their home security system was apparently hijacked. Laura Lyons says that hackers took control of her Nest security camera. She says a mysterious voice warned of an incoming missile attack from North Korea. The announcement, we're glad to say, turned out to be a hoax, but Lyons says her family was terrified. Anna Werner shows us what you can do to keep your devices and your data safe from hackers. Anna, good morning.
Good morning. Tech companies like Google, Apple, and Facebook offer a security feature called two-factor authentication. It makes you take an extra step, such as entering a code, to prove it's really you after giving your username and password. It's something Laura Lyons did not have turned on until this happened.
If we'd had any inkling that a data breach had occurred, when we heard it coming out of that camera, we would have instantly been suspect, as opposed to several minutes of, quite frankly, sheer terror.
Those several minutes of terror, Laura Lyons says, began when the speaker on her Nest security camera began blasting an emergency alert through her family's California home. She says what followed was a voice warning them that 3 missiles from North Korea were headed to the U.S. and to take shelter. The hoax sent Lyons, her husband, and their 8-year-old son into a panic.
We called Nest. They admitted that they had received multiple reports of Nest cameras being hacked in the last week.
In a statement to CBS This Morning, Google, which owns Nest, says Nest was not breached. Instead, the company says customers like Lyons had been using compromised passwords exposed through breaches on other websites. Last week, a website that tracks compromised online logins claims it uncovered over 790 million unique email addresses and passwords, all compiled from more than 2,000 alleged databases.
It doesn't just see incredibly well. It's got serious brain power.
Google says it recently reset all Nest accounts where customers reused passwords that were previously exposed and is actively introducing features that will reject compromised passwords.
You don't want to say anything is 100% secure all the time. But
Wired News editor Brian Barrett says while tech companies stress greater security and convenience, users shouldn't lose sight of taking precautions of their own.
Incidents like this remind people that they need to give their devices a second thought and take a strong look at if they really need them, why they need them, and if they're going to get them, how they're going to make sure that they stay protected.
In addition to not reusing passwords and enabling two-factor authentication, Barrett also recommends a password manager. Laura Lyons says since the incident involving her family's Nest security camera, her husband changed their passwords, turned on two-factor authentication, and turned off the device's microphone and speaker. Nora.
That's very good advice. Thank you.